With this, I don't want to call it a poem because it's not really set up like a poem, but for the sake of this poem is basically confronting the issues of how we know better, but we still feel like the information doesn't apply to us. I've been to so many events and seminars and classes concerning, HIV and AIDS, and still leave feeling like, well, I'm good. That would never happen to me, So now I feel like I'm not the only one who thinks that way. If I'm wrong, I apologize. But this is what this poem is about, okay?
Do it, girl.
It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. You've got beautiful plans. Oh, but you're one mistake away. Don't even know it. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. You've got beautiful plans. Oh, but you're one mistake away. Don't even know it. It would be too typical for her to tell you this story using the exact sequence in which it took place. Too boring, too cliche, causing her testimony to be far less effective. See, she too had been to seminars and classes leading to events centered around the protection of her life. Now, she's forced to question the longevity of her existence. Allow her to take you from the end to the beginning, so you could capture the true essence of this complicated yet simple obligation that no one will ever really deserve. Week 7. She's currently seeing herself in every last one of you. You're very attentive, ready to listen. She's willing to have a conversation about herself, with herself, for the benefit of others, about her past failures that are fatal and detrimental to her character. She's wrapped up in beautiful, contagious, terminal scars that everyone unknowingly wants a piece of. While they're persistent about getting her digits, she'd rather give them contact information to the police department, because she knows she's a lethal injection, an unauthorized weapon, paralyzing the future of those who choose her. But she's not a woman. She's not that woman. Yeah. Instead, she wants to tell him about week 6, about the trip to the clinic, about what happened and who did it, about the quiet in denial that seemingly overtook her spirit. She acts out the aggression as she reminds him herself what it felt like to be taken advantage of. She never spoke louder that night. His body thrown to the floor. He cried about week 5, before the sex change. His name, Donnell Giorgio Williams III, also known as the one who ain't get no play. Yeah, he ain't no man. Believing that manhood is determined by how often he got laid. In fact, he was told to every girl in the world. How ironic. He ended up with something far less valuable than what the advisors advised him of. Yes, in week 5, Donnell was formally acquainted with HIV, later on full-blown AIDS, convinced himself of that sex change. He thought that this virus, this shame, this hurt, this past would go away with his gender. Angry at manhood, regretting his search for masculinity and the femininity of her deceit. See, it was serious now. He forgot the crucial discipline that was necessary in week 3 because she finally spoke to him. He finally caught her eye while his eyes were blinded by her beauty. His naive thoughts clouded the sound judgment he had developed in week 2. See, week 2, Donnell had dignity. Enough dignity to afford to take someone on a date without rushing the obvious, without brushing past the importance, without pushing past the warnings spoke about in week 1. In week 1, Donnell was at an event like this one. Very attentive, ready to listen to a speaker who was willing to have a conversation about herself, with herself, for the benefits of others. Now, I know you're feeling sorry for Donnell and thinking, man, if he knew back then what he knows now, he wouldn't have made that mistake, but that's a lie. Because he did know back then what he knows now. He chose to believe that it could never happen to him. Kind of like me and you when we leave today, right? Well, ask yourself this. If it does not apply to you, then who is it applicable to? And why do we believe that the misfortunate ones who carry this disease are all together in some remote location away from population? No. They are living life like they're supposed to. You pass by them in the grocery store. You see them at work. You speak to them at school. They're your waiters at your favorite restaurant. You dance with them at the club. You sit next to them at the bar. They're your best friends, maybe your spouse. They stand behind you in line. You don't even know it. See, you're caught up because it's a beautiful day and you have beautiful plans. Well, make a beautiful decision and get tested. And ask your partner for his results or her results. I don't care how fine they are. They will never look better than a healthier you. Oh. Donnell told me to tell y'all something before I left. He said, the first mistake you make towards your personal encounter with HIV is believing that you are invincible. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. You've got beautiful plans.